Alex Miller is live outside that Manhattan courthouse. And Alex, you've been talking about the potential role that Kid Cudi could be playing into this case. We know you've heard his name a number of times. What did he add to the prosecution's case today?
You know, it remains to be seen how much he really did end up adding. He was only on the stand for about an hour and a half wearing a leather jacket and a pair of jeans. He was very soft-spoken, a little bit hunched in his chair as he did his testimony. And when he spoke pretty softly. At times it was hard to hear him. But he did get into two very big instances. One, a break-in to his home, and one, his car being set on fire. So let's talk first about that break-in. He said he had left his front door unlocked, but he had gotten a call from Capricorn Clark, who's somebody who worked for Sean Combs, that they were heading towards his house, and she had been forced to go with Sean Combs. So he got a little bit of a heads up when Kid Cudi got back to his house. He said that there were Christmas presents unwrapped, Chanel gifts being taken out of the gifts, and his dog was found locked in his bathroom. But other than that, everything was pretty much left the same. He tried to talk to Sean Combs about this, obviously something that Sean Combs pretty much denied. And then when you look at this car being set on fire, which was after the new year, this first incident took place in December 2011. Then Kid Cudi went away with Cassie Ventura back home to Connecticut with her family for Christmas. Then Kid Cudi's car set on fire just a couple of days after they got back from that trip. He got a call from his dog's babysitter, essentially, that his car was on fire. When he got home to see this car, it was completely charred. We were able to see photos of that. They had essentially cut a hole in the top of his Porsche and thrown a Molotov cocktail in there. So you could see the top being completely burned and cut. You could see the driver's side door turned completely black, and the driver's side seat also completely charred. That part of this entire exhibit, again, not able to completely connect Sean Combs to this, but essentially Kid Cudi drawing the line there for the prosecution. Now the defense kind of went through and said there's no evidence, there's no security cameras, no way to actually connect him except for the fact that Capricorn Clark, one of Sean Combs' employees, had given him a bit of a heads up on that break-in. Now, we did get a little bit into this conversation that we heard Cassie talk about at this place called Soho House, where they talked to Sean Combs, and he kind of painted this picture when Kid Cudi is led into this meeting room. He said Sean Combs was staring out the window with his hands behind his back. He called him a Marvel supervillain. And throughout the conversation, he said Combs was so calm that it was off-putting as they discussed the relationship that Kid Cudi had with Combs, despite the fact that obviously we know that Combs was very unhappy about this. He said his demeanor remained calm the entire time. And at the end of the conversation, they stood up to shake hands, and Kid Cudi said he wanted to look him in the eye while he was shaking hands and ask him about setting his car on fire, and it was something that Sean Combs denied. Cudi saying that he felt like he was lying, but he didn't push it any further. A couple of years later, though, Sean Combs did apologize generally after they ran into each other at that same location again. But the defense spend quite a bit of time trying to discredit Cassie through Kid Cudi on the stand today, talking about their relationship. There's a discrepancy in who broke up with who, though both said that they broke up with each other because they were afraid for Kid Cudi's safety and for Cassie's safety, because as Kid Cudi described it, he knew that Sean Combs was violent. But there were two really big zingers that the defense got in. I want to just read them to you. One of them saying Cassie was living two different lives that neither man knew about. And Kid Cudi answered, true. Then he said, the person who played you is the same person who played Sean, Miss Ventura. And then Cudi had to reply, true. So they painted the defense this picture of both men essentially being two-timed by Cassie Ventura. It'll be interesting to see how jurors interpret that, but the prosecution didn't really get into the threats that Kid Cudi apparently knew about against Cassie Ventura. So a little bit of a miss there, I think, on the prosecution side.
All right, sounds like another eventful day of testimony. Scripps News national correspondent Alex Miller. Alex, thank you for.
There you have it. Now, Hakeem, now you can go ahead and play that clip of Kid Cudi talking about his experience at court. Go right ahead.
Hey guys, so I just want to say, man, I've been seeing all the love and support, and I just want to say thank you so much, man. People have been hitting me up the past week, just checking in, and even today, and it really means a lot to me, man. You guys are the best. I love y'all. This is a stressful situation. I'm glad it's behind me, and yeah. I love y'all, man. Big love. Go stream Neverland. Hey, guys.
So, Hakeem, what's your overall take of pretty much Kid Cudi experience in court and also him being like very adamant about the whole experience? Go right ahead. Your thoughts.
I'm gonna just go down to that comment and say, what does his ex have to do with trafficking? This
Shout
is
out
why
to High. Yeah.
This is why this stuff is just so I don't know what this case is about. Is it about abuse? Is what she got paid? And this is what I'm saying. They haven't been together 20-something odd years, and now he's in jail for trafficking. Who got trafficked? Where's the solicitation of prostitution?
Yeah, right now it seems like they only focus on one thing: the domestic violence and their relationship. That's it. So I don't know. They trying to paint out the story to the jurors, and then they're gonna go to the aspect of the trafficking part. Because remember, they only got 2 more weeks. Then after that, the defense is gonna take over. So I'm with you, Hakeem. I don't understand what did they have to, but a lot of stuff that been confirmed about Diddy what was true when it came to aspect of him destroying his car, destroying his property because of aspect of Casey. And not only that, but Casey also said Hakeem Casey was playing them both. That's the crazy thing. She was literally playing them both. So I don't know. I don't know what direction this is gonna go, but a lot of people are still saying that Diddy may lose his trial. To me, it looks like they're trying to make Diddy win his trial. I don't know, but we gotta wait to see about tomorrow, because tomorrow before they head on to Memorial Day weekend, they're gonna go ahead and see if they can find some way to close out this week. But this week looked like it seemed like it was victorious for Diddy. That way it seemed like